Hey everybody, welcome back. Another episode of AFC Northerners. Going down the line.
Hey, Mark Herman, a.k.a. LA Bengal fan on Twitter, repping the Bengals.
Dave Green, Browns guy.
Jan David Sutar, Ravens Nation.
Chris Atkins, Steelers guy.
All right, guys. So let's go on down the line. Mark, let's kick it off with news for you.
Let's see. Well, we extended Whitworth for an extra season. That's great news. Great locker room guy. Don't want to lose him. Got 8 guys going to the Pro Bowl, initially 5, and we've got a few guys filling in. This game is such bullshit.
Yeah.
Pyramid. Really?
Why?
Andy Dalton doesn't get added to the lineup, but we're going to send
so butthurt.
Pyramid to the
Who's
Pro Bowl.
done what to deserve that call?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
I don't get it, but we've got the Pro Bowl going this week.
Hooray.
Obviously, Gino, Dunlap, AJ Green, Eifert, Pac-Man, Whitworth, they all deserve to be there, and Reggie Nelson. Let's not forget ball hockey and Reggie Nelson. But I just don't understand where Dalton gets leaved off and Pyramid gets put in. Talked last week about Ken Zampese coming in as our OC. I'm reading more stuff and how great a fit this is, not just for continuity, but if lost in the Pittsburgh game is the fact that AJ McCarron would have led a great comeback in the postseason. That's all lost, and a lot of that has to do with Hugh and Ken Zampese having AJ McCarron ready. Look how well he played in December, so this is a great fit for us. We also brought in Kevin Coyle, which I didn't mention last week, as our DB coach. He was actually with the team in 2011 when we had the number 5 defense that season. So that's a great. He's just coming back home. So, but that's what we got. Oh, and the last thing on a note. Bengals reduced the price of preseason tickets. So,
well, congratulations.
About time. Maybe other teams will follow suit, but that was a big Bengal story this week.
Those games should be $5 ball games, period.
They should be festival.
They really should.
Yeah,
what they should be.
It should be pay what you can.
Exactly.
All right, moving on to the Browns.
All right, well, the staff is complete. Andrew Berry was the last guy we had to get in, and we got him in under the Pro Bowl, the vice president of player personnel, so that's good. I like the addition of the guy, 4 years in Indies, a smart dude. I want to say it was Harvard or MIT he went to school with. Kind of fits into the whole analytical thing that we're doing. I like to say, though, about...
Are you going to analyze how badly you lose from here on out?
I don't know.
Let
me know how it goes for us when we finish above you this coming season.
You're right.
I would like to see that.
You guys said that this
be
season, and you still
7-9,
finished with like what, 3 or something?
Yeah, love to see that. McCarron, though, McCarron's an interesting thing because when you talk about the Browns, we need a quarterback, and they keep talking about us taking a quarterback at 2. I don't think any of the guys that they're discussing right now are worth a top 10 pick, maybe later in the first round. But with Hugh Jackson's knowledge of A.J. McCarron, the fact that he performed so well while Dalton was on the bench, you can't have 2 guys like that. I wouldn't be surprised to see Cincinnati try to move McCarron. I would not be surprised to see the Browns not get involved with that and make a serious play to get A.J. McCarron. He's already established.
Would you take Foles, Kaepernick, or RG3?
Foles, Kaepernick, RG3. I wouldn't touch Kaepernick with some guy's dick in you.
Especially Rodney Harrison says he has a really low football IQ.
Yeah, I would go RG3 honestly. I think Griffin's issues are very, very fixable.
I really thought you were going to go Foles. I'm really surprised you didn't
His are preparation and work ethic. So you
I think Foles
them.
is a great QB.
Preparation and work ethic are his problems.
I will always. Eagles are always going to be my NFC team. That's just I always love the fly Eagles fly. But I'm really surprised that you would take him over Foles because I love Foles.
I love Foles.
Yeah.
Foles in the right system, you saw what he can do.
Yeah,
he won a passing title.
Yeah,
but he's got to be in the right system.
And I don't think we're going to afford that guy the right system, especially with what we have right now, wide receivers. I think he's one of those guys that needs a taller wide receiver or a couple of them, a really solid run game, a really good offensive line, and a coach that understands what he's capable of, what he's not capable of. I'd take RG3, honestly. I mean, how can you pass on a guy who went, 1 or 2 3-4
Two.
years
How
ago.
how can you accept a guy who can't pass? I mean, that's the question.
Well, I don't know. I mean, how many quarterbacks have we had? 19? And how many of them have been able to pass outside of Couch?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe McCoy if he got a chance, but he didn't even get a fucking
I think it's
chance.
hilarious. Couch is like your favorite Browns
Yeah, it's
quarterback.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And McCarron's not on the block. The Bengals are going to go into camp. They're going to have a quarterback battle. He's cap friendly because he's in the third year of a 4-year deal. If they move him, it will be in between year 3 and 4, and they're going to look for compensation like they got from Carson Palmer. They're going to look for a 1 and a 2.
I would give up a 1, or I'd give up a 2
What?
in 1 year.
You
I
would give up a 1?
No, a 2.
Okay,
I corrected
alright. You
myself.
said, right.
Ratbird, clear your ears. So,
You said a 1? You didn't really say. I was like, you give up a 1. I think giving up
Okay,
a
now
2.
we can actually hear a legitimate fan
But
talk.
I don't think McCarron's on the block this year. So.
Yeah.
I would like it to be. I really would. I really think that he could be the guy that works really well with Jackson.
Plus, what's the cardinal sin? You don't trade within your
In the
division.
division.
So,
Yeah.
We get a third team involved. What the fuck?
there you go.
Yeah, there you go. So did
Yeah,
any
what else?
Browns make it to the Pro Bowl?
Gary Barnage. There's a couple of them, but
Okay.
Barnage is the guy that we really want to plug. Congrats, Gary.
There you go.
Rock on.
Barnage and Eifert.
So,
Beautiful combination.
Ravens news pretty much surrounds just the Pro Bowl. I mean, nothing really big happened other than people tweeting other than Terrell Suggs saying that he was having a great day when the Patriots lost and Brady was getting sacked. That was awesome. But congratulations to Yanda, Doomerville, Sam Cook, and to Morgan Cox, long snapper, which is funny because Sam Cook really fucking wanted his fucking long snapper, and it wound up going to the opposite team on the Pro Bowl, which is hilarious. I mean, poor guy. And Yanda playing Doomerville is going to be really interesting because they're on separate ends too. So anyway, I mean, Ravens. Unfortunately, this week there's not a whole lot to talk about other than that. Although there is some rumor mills that if the Browns wind up not re-upping on Gordon's contract, that the Ravens may look to swoop him up. So I don't really
He's
see
still,
that.
he's still technically under contract.
Yeah, exactly.
He's still technically suspended by the NFL.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't think that they would give him up. And
Yeah,
much like
I
what
don't
we're
see
talking
that
about with
happening.
McCarron, we're going to want some sort of compensation.
Yeah.
The guy led the league in in receiving yards on like 30 less catches than what Antonio
Yeah,
Brown
like
did this
1,600 yards.
year. Yeah, 1,650 I think it was.
Yeah, exactly.
In 14 games. Antonio Brown took him 16 games, and he still fell short of Gordon's numbers.
Yeah, and that's
So
what I'm saying. Like,
and
I
that's
don't,
gonna cost.
I don't see that happening. I'm sorry, I just don't see it happening.
Well, and they spent a high supplemental draft pick on him.
Yeah, exactly.
It cost him a second or a third
Yeah.
that
Exactly.
year in that following year's draft, so they're going to sit on him.
Nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Ravens news. What about you, Playboy?
First, let me say, I absolutely love watching Brady get his
Oh
ass
my God!
handed to him
Fuck the
by
Patriots.
Denver. That
It
felt
was
so
such a
good
good game to
that.
watch. It was such a good game to watch.
And watching or seeing all the memes on Facebook just made me
Ah.
even better. Even my mom had a good one. So hi, mom.
Hey,
We have the Pro Bowl coming up this weekend. Surprise, surprise. Steelers have a couple guys in there. You might know Ben Roethlisberger, Brown, and one of my favorite Steelers, David DeCastro, who is just the anchor of our line right now. Excited to see him in there. For staff-wise, we extended Ross Cockrell, the cornerback.
okay.
See how that works out. He had an up and down season, mostly down. Hopefully, he's a young guy, so maybe he'll mature up a little bit with the experience he had this year. Keith Butler, who is in his first year as our defensive coordinator, filling in for legendary Dick LeBeau. And I'm not afraid to call Dick LeBeau a legend. He
No.
had
Hall of Fame.
amazing,
He's a Hall of
He's in the
Famer.
Hall of Fame.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
amazing first season as defensive coordinator. And I can't imagine the intimidation to walk behind, like you said, a Hall of Famer like that.
Yeah,
He did a great job this year. The only person staff-wise I'm really worried about losing is Todd Haley. Todd Haley was he was previously the head coach of the Chiefs before he came to Pittsburgh as our offensive coordinator. And the rumors are that he kind of wants to get back into the saddle as a head coach. Haley is an offensive genius, and to be honest, I would be afraid for Haley and let me think who Foles. Foles and Haley, if they get together, I think they can do a lot of damage somewhere.
Yeah, like, because, I mean, because Chip Kelly's out of the Eagles. He's like going to the 49ers.
Chip Kelly is in the 49ers. He just signed Jim O'Neill to be his new defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly is going to be out of a job in 2 years because he has Jim O'Neill as his defensive coordinator.
Don't pull back what you really think.
The guy sucks, man.
And
you can use age as an excuse, but that isn't.
One last thing, Pro Football Focus put out their list of the top NFL players for the 2015 season, and the top 2 guys have Pittsburgh ties. One was Donald, who was a defensive tackle that went to Pitt, had an amazing season with the St. Louis Rams this year. And number 2, of course, A.B. Brown. Yep, you guys like it.
All right, guys, so let's move on and let's talk about the AFC Championship Game.
Yes.
Between the Broncos and the Pats. We'll just do a recap. We're doing our Super Bowl episode next week, so let's talk about the Broncos defense just destroying Tom Brady.
They did everything I said that they had to do. Blitz up the middle, put contact on him, score first, play aggressive. They did everything that they had to do. They won again. I want to say their last 6 or 7 playoff games, or maybe it's regular season too, have been decided by less than 7.
Yeah.
Manning's being a great game manager, and they're really relying on their defense. I think they're going to give Cam Newton fits.
Yeah, the problem I've got is that, it's like, I really didn't see a lot that was impressive from Peyton Manning in this game. It was really all about the defense, the Broncos defense to me.
You don't need to be impressive if you're a game manager. You just got to keep
Yeah,
your
he
chin
didn't lose the
right.
game.
He didn't lose the game,
and
but
he got him out to a lead.
I also think that Bill Belichick made some really dumb decisions on not kicking field goals.
Yes.
Like, what? I don't know if he went senile or what.
I think the missed PAT by Gostkowski really kind of threw him off. Because
yeah, but it was
I think
also
it's
like,
you're not chasing 8, so you're not thinking about it.
I agree.
I just think if they kick the extra point, I just think down the road they make their decisions different.
I totally agree, but I really think that not getting 2 field goals in a row and
I agree.
was so dumb. I've never known Belichick to be a dumb play caller.
A little football science too. It's a little bit easier to kick in that thin air up there in Mile High.
Yeah.
So again, I'm surprised you didn't. It's the easiest kick you're going to get outdoors.
Yeah, exactly.
So we were talking about how the Denver defense, how successful they were in getting a lot of pressure on them. I think they were saying that Brady got knocked down and rushed more times in this game than he did all season.
All season.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories was
That's-
PFT. An anonymous player said that they were trying, and that's why there's a picture of a teabag there, people.
They were teabagging Brady?
He was trying to rub his nuts on Brady's face. That's what he told one of the offensive linemen. So just to let you know that was the game plan going in. We don't know who the actual player was, but
Probably
there
the
you
same
go.
guy that knocked over the New England fan that was in the portal, John, outside.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it was overall, especially because we all fucking hate the Patriots, it was a great game to watch.
Yes.
It was absolutely a fantastic game to watch. A lot of things, a lot of the play calling on the Patriots side was, to me, very questionable. I mean, the Broncos defense showed that they are a Super Bowl defense. They are a hugely caliber defense. And it was a great game for me to watch.
What I really liked about the defense that you mentioned is at the end of the game, I started to hold my breath a little bit because I'm like, fuck, here they go.
Yeah.
Here's Brady with the ball, a minute or so left. I just saw him driving down the field and scoring, but that defense really hung in there and took their best shot. I mean, that's when he shines. That's when people like him shine. They took it, nothing happened.
Yeah, it was, again, a great game. I mean, especially after, I'm glad that was the first game, because watching Carson Palmer just curl up and die against the Panthers was literally, it was such an embarrassing show.
They went through and they posted the 10 worst playoff performances, and Carson Palmer made the list. He's number 4.
Wow.
So it was an effort by him this time.
It was horrible.
It was hard to watch.
It was absolutely hard to watch. All right, guys, so we're going to cut that off here. We are going to be back next week for our Super Bowl edition of AFC Northerners. We're probably all going to be watching that at different places. Is anybody actually watching the Pro Bowl this weekend?
No.
Yeah, we don't give a shit.
No.
Catch highlights of it on Monday.
It should be a skills competition.
Yeah.
They should get rid of the game.
I've said
have a
this
skills
before,
competition.
I'll say it again, it should be like a Golden Glove. They don't have to play the game, just award who
Award
the
it.
people are.
Yeah.
Call it Pro Bowl, but you don't have to play the game.
I'm more excited about watching the Senior Bowl than I am the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. I want to see
Absolutely.
what those seniors pull out. Anyway, guys, make sure again you follow us on Twitter at AFC Northerners. If you're on Reddit, any of the AFC North blogs, the Steelers, Ravens, Browns, or Bengals, we're on all of those, and we post our videos there as well. Exactly. And again, feel free to comment here on YouTube. We love you guys. Bring it into us. And we will see you again next week right here on AFC Northerners. And we will sign off emphatically, as we always do, with Fuck the Patriots! All right, guys. See you next week.